Hi guys, so I'm going to talk a little bit about scale from Zbrush to 3D Studio Max and vice versa. Now this is if you're not using GoZ. If you're using GoZ and you're comfortable with GoZ, great. If you want a little bit more custom export import, then this is for you. Okay, so we've all been here where we bring in a model and it is just teeny tiny, and it makes it really difficult to do much with, especially if you want to send it back to Zbrush. And we actually want it a certain scale, and this could be for any reason, for rigging skinning, for sending out to engine, lots of things. And in this particular case, this guy, I want round about 150 centimeters tall, which is this tall, and you can see he's not that. So the first thing for you to do really is to set up your scale properly in 3D Studio Max. To do that, we go to Customize and Unit Setup, and we make sure we're on centimeters here. And in System Unit Setup, we make sure we're on centimeters here. And there we go. Okay, now I can't do much with this guy, so what I'm going to do is just leave him there. Now this box is 150 centimeters tall, so that is going to be our reference. So I'm going to jump into Zbrush, okay, and I'm going to bring in from my recent files the alien, and this alien was modeled by Emily Megan Art. I'll put some links at the bottom. She does some fantastic work. I'm just going to drag it in. I'm not really going to do anything to it. It's just one subtool, and I'm going to go to my plugins, and we can drag these down. I'm just going to use them up here, and I'm going to go to ScaleMaster. Now ScaleMaster is really good for this stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the scene scale. Okay, and so what this does is it says, okay, your alien is this big. What is it closest to that's comfortable for me? Now usually it's the bottom left one, so I'm going to say yes, this one, and then it kind of sets that up. And then the next button you can choose is Unify. Now Zbrush likes things that are scaled to a unit of 2, and this is for very large range of things like Dynamesh and subdividing and some brushes and stuff. So we're going to do that. It's good measure, and we're going to say center as well. It's not that important because I've got one subtool, but if you've got lots of subtools, it's great for that. I'm going to set mine to centimeters, which is already on, and then I'm going to say sliders to subtool size. So I'm going to hit that, and what that'll do is it'll tell you how big your actual model is, like precisely in here. Now if you notice, the y-axis is the vertical axis on here, and you can, if you're not sure about axis and you get a little bit mixed up with them, it's the biggest one, it's the tallest one. So 38 is the biggest one there, so that's going to be the height one. Now in Studio Max, it's the z-axis, so there's a bit of a confusion there, but they talk to each other really well, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to say, okay, 38, I want that to 150. Enter, and it'll resize all these accordingly in ratio. And I'm going to say resize. Now if this was multiple subtools, it would resize them all. So just going to resize. There we go. And then I'm going to go back to it, and I'm just going to make sure that's to centimeters. I'm going to do an export to unit scale. Okay. So let's export that. And then we'll go back into our Studio Max. I'm going to bring this in. And it doesn't matter what this is on really, and we're just going to rename all and okay, and you can see it's brought it in at a nice scale. If we go to my front viewport, there's my original one, which was a pain in the butt. Okay, there's my size, it's 150, and you can see that it doesn't look 150 because his head stops there, but he has actually got antenna which go up to there, so he is actually 115. That's exactly what I set it to, and that's great. So now if I wanted to work on that, I could, okay, and then I could send it back into Zbrush. So I hope that helps. Any questions, let me know.